John, is disappointment. We just lost a game of football that we needed to win. So that's the obvious one. Then I've just said to them, so I talk straight. I just said to them that I need to reflect on it and see it again. It's very hard to make judgment. You come in and scream and shout, and we all know kick cups of tea over and do all that after a result when you're disappointed. So I'd like to look on reflection. But what my first initial thoughts are, I said to them that there was some nice little neat football first half at times in a deadpan game. I thought there was no creativity either end. To be fair, they looked like scoring a free kick. We tried to up the tempo the second half and try and cause problems, great chances, and we didn't do that. In fairness, we had a couple of little chances, but I just felt there wasn't the edge there today, that there wasn't the urgency. Whether it's playing at home, difficult, I don't know. They certainly didn't look the same bunch, but for me it was just a little bit off pace, too many of them. And we almost, as I said to them, almost tried to play perfect, and I said get the mixture correct. We need to play football, but we need to also know where we are in this situation. We need to dogfight, and I just thought we were a little bit to the other side today.
To go back to the team selection, a few changes to the side. Obviously, some of them are forced on you, aren't they? More injuries with Chris Hackett coming in, and you brought in some new players as well.
They're all forced, all of them. That's something we said we wouldn't cry about. That's a fact of life, Otherwise, we'd all sit there in football and do it. But Chris Hackett's a big player. Brought Matty Blair in. He hasn't played for a while, but he showed flashes of his pace and what he can bring. The boy McGinty. I knew him from Man United. I didn't know him lately at Sheffield United, but I thought he's come in. He's been honest. He's been honest, and he's worked, and he's won his headers, and the young kid works hard. So they want the problem. Two boys up front again. I thought the boy was sensational first half and flashy second half. The boy German. I thought he was the best player on the pitch, without doubt. Without having that effective last opportunity at goal, but I thought his build-up play was better than anyone else on the pitch. Technical ability was fantastic. Just disappointing, John. I said to them, I really believe we were not crossed the line, but I thought we were getting somewhere, and I think everyone did that had seen the last few results, and you're back to square one now. Me and the club, So I'm totally disappointed. I really am. I'm dejected. I'm everything. So I haven't reflected yet, because this is one of those where I want to go back and have a second look.
If this is a backward step, do you think it's going to take more signings to get the side to where you want them to be?
Listen, you'll have people sitting in interview rooms saying they can turn them old sayings I can't remember at the moment. Pigs, whatever is in the tilt purse or whatever. You'll have people that can convince you they're going to do that. Any team will always be improved if you sign better players. If you don't sign better players, they won't. Antonio German's improved us. The other boys showed glimpses. We hadn't got a left back in the club, we got one. So someone will always stand there and say I can do a better job. There's people saying that about David Moyes, so they can certainly say that about Andy King. But, new players, something, new ideas. If I knew that, then I would give the answer at this moment to say I'm reflecting, and I'm not bowing out on any questions. You know me better than that in our short time together. I just it's an hard one for me to take, because I had expectation of everyone else, and I had it in the players. I had great expectation today, and I'm a little bit drained. With not what I see, there was a difference, and there was some of the quality we see, and some of the play, but it wasn't. And you've got to create goals in this game. Goals win games, and I'm disappointed with the goal. That's another thing. We didn't close the ball, and there's a flick header that goes over the keeper, and I just don't know who's at fault for what. The boys tell me the second one wasn't a penalty. But even then, in the last frenzy of the last 15 minutes, we didn't get bodies in the box and cause problems. But I thought, if we get one, we get two. So you can analyse that and say, well, do we need a big striker again? There's loads of things, John, you can look at, loads of excuses you could make. We've been beat. I'm thoroughly disappointed. I think the players better be thoroughly disappointed, but I get that impression in the dressing room. And we just have to see from now on. It's a different ball game now.
Yeah, indeed. And things have to happen yesterday, don't they, as well, which must be adding pressure to the players, adding to you, for the fans as well, looking at the league over.
Well, I suppose so, but happen tomorrow, as I say, there's no guarantees anywhere. So I've told you all along, and I state clearly now, I'm still no better off or no more. Even in defeat I know no more as I did not in victory. So I can't answer. All I know is that I heard some fellas say taxi for King I was leaving, so I hope he's paying for the taxi. That's all I do know, John.